Welcome back to Technology Talks. Today, we are diving into AMD's newest graphics card, the Radeon RX 970 XT. This GPU has already created a lot of buzz in both gaming and enthusiast circles, and promises not just faster performance, but smarter energy use and a few surprises that make this release stand out. The main question is whether the RX 970 XT can truly outperform the previous 9700 XT in real-world gaming scenarios, not just on paper. To find out, we need to look at its performance in depth and see if AMD's bold claims hold up. When evaluating a new graphics card, specs alone do not tell the full story. Real-world performance depends on several factors. Resolution plays a big role. Games optimized for a specific GPU architecture can perform differently. Power efficiency and price also matter a lot. To understand how the RX 970 XT performs, we need to look at benchmarks across multiple games and settings. After extensive testing, a clearer picture emerges. At 4K resolution, the RX 970 XT often edges out the 9700 XT by a small but consistent margin. Typically, this gain ranges from 3 to 7% depending on the game. While that may seem modest, it is meaningful for top-tier performance, especially when combined with improved energy efficiency. Testing at 144p shows a slightly different story. At this resolution, the performance difference shrinks further. Average frame rates for both cards are very close, often only a few frames apart. For gamers who mainly play at 144p, either card could be a solid choice. Your decision might depend more on power efficiency or future-proofing than raw speed. This is where the RX 970 XT really starts to shine. AMD's architecture is designed not just for performance but also for efficiency. The RX 970 XT consumes less power under load compared to its predecessor. For compact PC builds or setups with limited cooling, this is excellent news. Lower power draw means less heat and quieter operation, both of which are highly desirable for many users. Synthetic benchmarks further support the RX 970 XT's performance. Early leaked results from 3D MARK time spy and speedway tests show scores of 6,345 and 14,591 points, respectively. These scores put the RX 970 XT ahead of Nvidia's RTX 4080 Super by about 6 to 8%. For a card that is not even the flagship of its generation, this is impressive. While driver optimizations are still ongoing, these early numbers indicate that AMD's DNA for architecture could significantly shake up the current GPU hierarchy. AMD's marketing strategy around the RX 970 XT has also drawn attention. Initially, the card was planned for a CES 2025 reveal. However, it was absent from AMD's keynote despite earlier teasers. Frank Othor, AMD's head of gaming marketing, explained that the product deserved a dedicated showcase. This decision may have delayed the full reveal, but it shows AMD's confidence in the RX 970 XT. Industry insiders speculate that this delay could be a strategic move to control the narrative, fine-tune drivers, and better position the card against Nvidia's upcoming RTX 50 series. Now, let's take a closer look at the technical specifications. The RX 970 XT features a boost clock of up to 3.0 GHz and a base clock around 2.5 GHz. It comes with 16 GB of RAM and 4,960 stream processors. In testing, Asus variants maintain high clocks without excessive heat buildup. The total board power is approximately 329 watts. While this is higher than initially expected, it is reasonable given the card's performance class. For gamers deciding between the RX 970 XT and the 9700 XT, several factors should be considered. Monitor resolution, preferred games, and budget all play a role. If you mainly game at 1080p or 144p, you might not fully utilize the RX 970 XT's extra power. However, If you are a 4K gamer or a content creator, the RX 970 XT offers more headroom and smoother performance. Early speculation suggests the card could be priced around $600, placing it in the high mid-range market. This positions it directly against Nvidia's 70-class cards. AMD aims to provide strong performance with good value, making the RX 970 XT an attractive option for gamers looking for both speed and efficiency. In conclusion, the RX 970 XT builds on the strengths of its predecessors while refining them further. While it may not deliver massive leaps in every area, it improves where it counts. Power efficiency, future-proofing, and consistent performance across many games make it a compelling choice. As drivers continue to improve and developers optimize for RDNA 4, performance is likely to increase even more for anyone upgrading or building a new system. The RX 970 XT deserves serious consideration. AMD is not just chasing market share, they are redefining what gamers should expect at every price point. Whether you prefer AMD or Nvidia, one thing is clear: the GPU wars are heating up. And the Radeon RX 970 XT has just raised the stakes. Understanding what sets the RX 970 XT apart in today's competitive market is essential. While some upgrades may appear incremental, the combination of improved power efficiency, higher clock speeds, and enhanced thermal performance makes a meaningful difference. The boost clock of 3.0 GHz allows for faster processing, smoother frame rates, and better handling of demanding games, especially at 4000 resolution. Gamers playing the latest AA titles will notice fewer drops and a more consistent experience. Memory improvements also play a key role. With 16 GB of RAM, the RX 970 XT provides ample room for textures, assets, and complex rendering tasks. This is particularly beneficial for 4K gaming and content creators working with high-resolution video or 3D content. The increased memory bandwidth ensures that data moves quickly between the memory and GPU cores, reducing lag and stuttering. Thermal efficiency is another highlight. The tested Asus variant maintained high clock speeds without excessive heat thanks to refined cooling solutions. This stability allows users to get peak performance without the common issues of overheating or noisy fans. For small form factor PCs or setups with limited airflow, this is a significant advantage. Power consumption at around 329 watts balances high performance with reasonable energy use. This efficiency helps reduce electricity costs and heat output, making it easier to build quieter, more compact gaming systems. Synthetic benchmarks indicate that the RX 970 XT outperforms Nvidia's RTX 4080 Super by roughly 6 to 8%. While synthetic scores don't always translate directly to gaming performance, they provide a useful baseline for raw GPU power. AMD's targeted pricing of around $600 places the card in the high mid-range, appealing to gamers seeking strong performance without paying flagship prices. For those playing at 180p or 144p, the RX 970 XT might provide more power than needed. But it offers future-proofing for upcoming games and demanding creative applications. Driver optimization is ongoing as AMD continues updating drivers and developers optimize games for RDNA 4 architecture. Performance and compatibility should improve further. Early adopters may see even better results over time. The RX 970 XT represents a thoughtful evolution of AMD's GPU lineup. It focuses on meaningful improvements rather than radical change. Power efficiency, consistent real-world performance, and future-proofing are the areas where this card stands out. With more RDNA 4 products on the horizon and a dedicated launch event coming soon, AMD is positioning itself to redefine expectations across multiple price tiers. The competition with Nvidia is intensifying, and the RX 970 XT has made a serious challenge. Now that we've covered the RX 970 XT's core specs and real-world performance, Let's dive into what makes this GPU a standout choice for gamers and creators in 2025. One of the key highlights is its architectural refinement. AMD's DNA for architecture is not just about raw power, it's about delivering that power intelligently. This means the RX 970 XT can sustain high frame rates over long gaming sessions without generating excessive heat or consuming unnecessary electricity. For gamers who push their systems with demanding titles like Cyberpunk 2077 or Starfield, this combination of performance and efficiency translates to smoother gameplay, less thermal throttling, and an overall more enjoyable experience. Beyond gaming, the RX 970 XT proves its versatility for creative professionals. Video editors, 3D artists, and streamers will find the 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory particularly valuable. High-resolution textures, complex effects, and large video projects are handled more efficiently, reducing render times and minimizing lag during previews. The improved memory bandwidth also ensures faster data transfer between the GPU cores and memory, which is critical when working with large files or multiple applications simultaneously. AMD has clearly designed this card to appeal not only to gamers chasing high FPS, but also to creators who demand reliability under heavy workloads.